And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, a two-year starter at Ohio State and second overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
In only 2 seasons, Stroud showed all he needed to at Ohio State. All-American, Heisman finalist, program records galore. He looks every bit like the #1 overall pick. He went #2, but Houston is thrilled to have him. Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, a run with Mostert. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston on to punt for Houston.
In punt formation for the Texans.
Now Hill to return it. And shedding through the tackle. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 34 yards. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9 here. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Stroud. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jerome Baker able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Texans, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Stroud looking to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On play action, here's Tua. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. Big strides. Look at him go. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Outright caught by Chosen. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him and we'll step aside for a moment. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. In motion, Hill. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Looking to pass. Tua. That's over the middle, caught by Chosen. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race some. It's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0.
Texans nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Sim's going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Texans now. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw yet again here. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Stroud on 3rd down now. And that's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And this returnable for Hill. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Absolutely love the play design here. Two receivers on each side with the outside guy running a short hitch. The inside guy at deep corner. And how about the quarterback? That little shoulder fake like he's throwing the hitch. Then he comes up and throws a deep corner route. This time for big effect, and it pays off for the first down.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Did your high school have that same push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Oh, a nifty juke. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Houston. Raheem Mostert. 75 yards. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
23 yards, the final tally. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, H.M. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Right back to Achane on second down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Second down and 4. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Here's 2nd and 7. Hand off right side to Pierce. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Pierce will try to pick it up. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. In motion goes the tight end. Now this time, Tua's going to throw it. On target over the middle to Hill. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Tua going to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now a throw here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Tua now on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Achane gets it from the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
28, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it. Tua going to keep it on the draw. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Touchdown Dolphins. Kyle Pitts from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And Stroud now to throw. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. Sheds off the tackle, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 136 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific. in this first half.
But that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
He'll get this down to the 38.
Tackled by Derwin James. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
Second down and 8.
At the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. He finds his man, complete. It's back. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Mostert, he scored. In through the air, and the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Again, it's Achane. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Miami.
Pierce now up the middle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd down and 6. Now Stroud. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Hill on the return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Dolphin football. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Slot man moves right. The drive starts with a run from Achane. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
At the 24-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And quickly they get to the line.
Again, on the play. First down, Dolphins.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now a handoff for Pierce. He will push his way down to about the 14. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. 14 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Well, there's something that goes back to the early years of his career. Remember, he had 3 touchdowns in each of his first couple of seasons. None last year as they've tried to dial back his running, especially down close to the goal line.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with the touchdown run. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. These 2 coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season. So some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.